Hello, the Reds. Welcome to our instant match reaction. Liverpool just about missed out on the title, but John and Reds, what we are immensely proud of our lads. And City will be back next season. We're not going away. Jurgen Klopp signed his contract, but John, what a mad day it has been. Not just for Liverpool in the top of the league, but obviously relegation and top four. But John. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. But what a season and what a ride. But it's not over just yet, is it, fella?
No, still one game to go. Very, very big game. And I'm just proud of my team.
Yeah. It's mad that we've took City as considering how far behind we were, but we will speak about congratulations to any City fans out there. That's all you can do. The fact that they had the resolve to that they reacted so well. I was watching obviously City and the Villa game on the 1892 Reds podcast, and obviously Stevie. I still begs the question why he took Coutinho off. I don't know if he was injured and that, but that substitution very much did flip the game on its head. But the reaction from City, that's a sign of champions, really. But John, really, Liverpool still had a job to do, and we done the job, but didn't quite make it as easy as possible in the first opening stages, did we?
Jack, when do we ever do it easy? As Liverpool fans, we should always know we do it the hard way.
Yeah.
They like to make us suffer. But Conor Cody, he's a joke. He should have read the script today.
You can't do that. That'd be match fixing, though. Then you'd have City on
he should have pulled up with an injury.
Well, he tried to give away a penalty, didn't he, in the game? Nearly. But yeah, obviously, fair play to Wolves as well. And I think all of us, not me, when I've been speaking to you, a lot of Liverpool fans as well. The Wolves turned up and it wasn't against it. It was against the script, really. But obviously, Pedro Neto, Liverpool's backline, would you say today, John, was at 6s and 7s? Quite questionable, really, wasn't it?
The backline, I don't know what happened that backline today. Because they looked as if they'd never played together. Especially Ibu and Matip. That's unusual for them.
Yeah, as you say, pressure does weird things to players, doesn't it?
But Neto, my heart breaks for Neto. That's not. I don't like to see stuff like that. Especially with his knee. I think it's the same knee injured last time.
Is it the same one? Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? He's one of the brightest players in the Premier League, and obviously any Wolves fans out there, thoughts with you, as you said there, John, spot on. But Sadio Mane, it's always going to be Sadio stepping up when you need him, innit? And hopefully he does that next week, because I tell you, we were at 6s and 7s in that first half period where we made, but Sadio Mane, what a lovely flick by Thiago Alcantara, and he found Mane. But walk us through that finish, mate, from Sadio Mane.
That flick just round was that's dirty. That was just pure dirty. But Mane, he always shows up, especially against Wolves. He always seems to show up against Wolves. And I'm still iffy whether our run was offside or not.
The which one?
The second one to get ruled out.
Yeah, it did get ruled out, yeah. It looked kind of offside, but it's not too bad. We won 3-1, mate, didn't we? But as I said, and I've been speaking, all of us, Sadio Mane, get that man signed down to a contract. Man for the big occasion. Yeah, man for the big occasion. Plays well. Connor said he'll be joining us in 10 minutes. The link is in the comment section below of anyone. Bosco, obviously, City fan. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Congratulations. And it's absolutely, that's all you can do, really. No bitterness from me, no bitterness from John. And really, but two world-class teams going at it head-to-head at the end of the season, really. And that's what you want. It could have gone another way for Liverpool, but at the end of the day, congratulations, City, John, as well. And obviously, shout out to Bosco as well. Sadio Mane, the best player. He's probably one of the best left wingers in world football, mate. I know a lot of people like to put Neymar up there, but Sadio Mane, for the last 4 or 5 seasons, he's been absolutely tremendous down that left-hand flank. And this season, through the middle, seeing him pick up a different position as well. Maisie, hello. Hope you're having a great day. Obviously, a lot of the celebrations I could hear in Manchester and in the blue half of Merseyside. But that's a sad state of affairs where both teams do find themselves this season. But afternoon, Gary, or anyone, the link is pinned up in the comments. So you're welcome to jump on, get your thoughts on not just Liverpool, but if you're a rival fan, your thoughts on this season, John. But Mohamed Salah, Christ, there was at one moment Villa were winning 2-0 and Liverpool, which are drawing with 84 minutes to go, and Salah pops up. Thank God for that.
Salah's it's just like Mane. He's a man for a big occasion.
Yeah.
So he is. But I was worried bringing him on. I was worried that he might injure that knee again. We need him for next week.
Yeah, considering Thiago
I'm glad we
went
didn't
off
bring
as
Van
well.
Dijk on. I'm glad we rested Van Dijk.
Yeah, 100%, mate. It's a great point that you mentioned there as well, chat. Let us know. Obviously, that could have massively backfired. We've already potentially lost Thiago Alcantara due to a hamstring or a calf strain, whatever you want to class it as. Be interesting, chat, if you know any updates or just trickle through on social media. But I think a lot of the journalists are saying, looking like Thiago potentially could be missing for the final, considering the midfield that we have played against Real Madrid over the last couple of seasons, and when we did play, when we lost out on that final in Kiev all those years ago, Thiago was essential, any mate, and you'd think, you'd hope. I'm pretty sure Thiago, he'll do his best. The recovery, the medical staff. I think even if he does need to play through the pain barrier, you're telling me Thiago, he wasn't crying his eyes out. But that is a good indication. But for me, I think, John, do you reckon Thiago will play through the pain barrier? We've got 5 subs in Europe, so what could go bad, really? You play him, see how he is. If he straps that hamstring up, plays through the pain barrier, but it depends. We'll find out in the next 24, 48 hours how the extent of that issue. But what a goal by by Salah, mate. But plaudit has to go to Mohamed Salah as well. Tremendous bloody season that man has had, regardless of whatever has happened in the Premier League. Golden Boot and the most assists in the Premier League. Absolutely phenomenal for Mohamed Salah, really. And
he's a one-season wonder.
Oh, yeah, he's on his 5th season now, anyways. Yeah, on his 5th season. But obviously, we've still got the final in Paris, but a lot of I can already sense the journos writing all the stories, whatever happens at the back. But it's integral, not just for Mohamed Salah, but it's integral that Liverpool react in the right way, especially City signing Haaland. Christ, he's a tremendous player. But if Liverpool, the best way to react for me personally, and Chas as well, let us know. And John, we signed Salah and Sadio Mane. That is nearly as big as City signing Erling Haaland's, really, would you say, mate?
I think it's bigger. I think if we tie down Mane and Salah, that's bigger than City signing Haaland.
Yeah, because it's not like people
don't know
goals, City, do they?
People are saying Haaland's going to win just third League Cup. But no one knows that. There's a big difference between Germany and England. So you don't know how he's actually going to make it in the Premier League. There's no doubt.
He's a world-class player, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a world-class player, so he probably more or less is. But we've seen it before. With Shinchenko came to Chelsea, and he did that in England.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting, mate. But as you said there, chat as well. It's still, we still got stuff to play for this season. It's not quite over yet. And I tell you what, if we can do a treble, what a bloody season that would be. And I tell you what, it'd be absolutely phenomenal. But get to Gary's comments as well. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below as well, Reds. Try and not be too down. We're so blessed. We've watched this Liverpool team for the last couple of seasons, week in, week out. They have not disappointed us. And that's a small margins in football, whatever, in any sport, really. Moments are defined within seasons, or you can look at decisions within games. Yeah. But over the 38-game season, Liverpool, we tried our best, but it wasn't good enough, really. But we'll be back again next season, 100%. Jurgen Klopp and these lads will be back. If you haven't seen my video on the channel all those years ago when we got beat in Kiev by Real Madrid, I said, don't worry, this Liverpool team will be back the following year. And what did we do? Missed out on the league by a point, but we won the Champions League, and those lads have done us proud. And even if we do end up this season with the FA Cup and a League Cup, it's absolutely phenomenal. What a season. Like, this is what being a Liverpool fan is all about, being in competitions, being in contention. We remember those months and that period under Roy Hodgson. And don't live on Twitter, because if you live on Twitter, your head will fall off. You'll buy into the notion of people on Twitter going, oh, we try and look at the negatives. No, look at the positives. Jurgen Klopp is at the helm. This Liverpool team is only going to be getting better. And John, would you say to an extent, there's still room to improve, which is mad off the back of what, a 92-plus season. But if you analyse those draws Liverpool have had this season, going to next year, that's where you could probably pin that up on the board and go, right, there's the points that we've lost. Win those games and try and pick up the same amount of points that we have this season, which would be mad because it will be going into your 100-odd point mark. But that's got to be objective for Liverpool going into next season as well, isn't it, mate?
It is. If you look at the draws, that's where the league was lost. There was too many draws.
Yeah.
But can we improve? Certainly.
100%.
100%. There was games in the during that season we should have won. We threw away games. I think a Chelsea game, we were up 2-0. We should have won that.
Yeah. If buts and maybes, you know. Yeah.
And there was also the Brentford game as well, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah. Brentford were unlucky not to win that game, weren't they? There's a chance at the back end of that game.
So there's room for improvement.
100%.
Which, like you say, is scary.
Oh, yeah. And I tell you what, you can see from the sheer emotion as well when you chat that how much that meant for Pep Guardiola, because it takes a lot, not just out of Jurgen Klopp, but it takes a lot out of Pep Guardiola, the emotions and how much it takes to manage big clubs. And we talk about City being a big club, but they are at this moment in time one of the best teams in Europe, along with Liverpool. And you'd fully expect those two to be favourites going into the Champions League next season. Yet again, if Liverpool win the Champions League or we miss out, we'll be back again. Those two. It should have really been a Liverpool City Champions League final. Imagine that's what it should have been. But the 5 minutes of madness. But Connor is on as well. Connor from the Cop Council. Hello, fella.
How are we?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I was saying it's disappointment, but a lot of positives to say, Connor, going into, obviously, our European final next week.
Yeah, no, it is. And look, I am really, really gutted. Like, it took me about half an hour to, watch them, but it's more proud of the boys instead of being, gutted about everything. From what's happened this season, 2 trophies so far this season, going all the way for the Premier League, and of course next week as well. We could still walk away with the Champions League. So proud of the boys, but of course very, very gutted in that bracket as well.
Yeah, spot on, mate. Get to everyone's comments as well. Keep on getting them in chat as well. We'll be reading out every single one of them. Got any thoughts or opinions? Get them in the comment section below as well. The first priority is a striker. Liverpool have been crying out for Nunes. Carvalho isn't going to be enough to grab the title from City as well, Gary. But even in the case, as we see, mate, City, we spent 60-odd, 120, 200 million on Haaland. But the thing that City haven't got is a Jurgen Klopp. I'll tell you what, if Jurgen Klopp had the resources in which Manchester City has had at his disposal, he'd literally win every single cup available to man. Forget about that final in Kiev, we would have won that final because we've had players to come off the bench, wouldn't maybe bringing on the likes of Adam Lallana and that as well. But yeah, got to keep your head up, Reds, as well. That's what I say to every single one of you. Don't be disappointed. We're not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. And I tell you what, now we will be back into contention for this league title next season. You listen to Chelsea fans, United fans. going, oh yeah, we've got a chance next season. No, you haven't. You haven't got a chance. I favour Spurs, and I don't know how the lads feel. Spurs will be more of a threat going into next season than Chelsea and Manchester United. John, what did you say?
I think so. I think Spurs come with a big threat.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Get to Eamon's comments. Hello, fellow Reds. Avens. How you doing, fella? Hope you're well. Hey, lads, up the Reds. Yes, Ginny. Hope you had a lovely day, mate. Thank you for tuning in. I never expected us to win the league, but the fact that Villa were 2-0 up and thought we could do it, gutted tonight, Con. And as you said there, the disappointment. But, Con, at least it hasn't ended in this scenario in reality. Imagine if Villa won that game 2-0 or got a draw and Liverpool drew against Wolves.
I'd be even worse.
You'd feel so much worse than you would now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, you would, absolutely. And that's the end of the day. I think, if we all said before the game, the likelihood of Liverpool being champions at the end of the day was pretty unlikely. It's obviously, the things that have happened since, Villa being 2-0 up and, bottling it within 5 minutes of itself, which, that's a whole conversation in itself. But it's the fact that as well, Liverpool, we're kind of fortunate at times today, as well. Due to Ali being, Ali, he's absolutely brilliant, isn't he? And if it did go 2-1, Wolves, what would that have done for our confidence and so on? So, on the one face of it, yeah, of course, it's when you say it like that, if Liverpool didn't get the job done, but we got our side of it done. It wasn't in our hands practically, and that was the main thing, realistically.
Yeah, 100%. All those Reds, we've said there was 3 competitions that Liverpool were in control of this season. That was the Champions League. We've got a big game next week. Massive improvement needed by our lads. If we play like that, I know we didn't have Van Dijk, Thiago come off injured as well, but we need to go into that game with full focus, really. The lads will be rocking and rolling, really, 100%. But keep on getting your comments in as well. Already hitting the source over there. Get it, Ginny. Enjoy it. They're absolutely spot on. That's a painful, but what a comeback. City, congratulations. This from Chris, 100%, mate. Man City on the league. As for us, proud of us. I'm gutted, but let's look forward to the Champions League final as well. 100% there, Chris. Absolutely legends. And hope you have a lovely day, mate, as well. Thank you to every single one of you that is tuning in as well. Zuki, been speaking to you all season as well. Yes, Jack. Damn, man. Yes, damn, Daniel. I'm a proud Red, Gary. Absolutely. We can be not more than prouder than our lads as well. We need to score whilst it was 2-0 to Aston Villa as well. Owen from the Cop On, absolute legend, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in, fella. I will be live with Owen in 20 minutes. So in the next couple of minutes, I will be wrapping up as well. But make sure you do head over to the Cop On podcast. I will be live with Owen and the lads. Summing up our end of season thoughts, but what a bloody season we've had. Not over yet, Reds, not over. But how you doing, Owen, as well? Well, next season, yeah, Suki, we'll be back next season. Shame for not winning the Premier League, but Liverpool put up a good fight this season, and doing the double, you should be proud with a potential treble as well. Maisie, absolutely spot on. Thank you very much for your comment. It's been a mad season in Connor. We've seen Leeds United surviving. I think all of us writ Leeds United off, didn't we? What did you pull it out of the bag?
Somehow, like apart from watching, obviously us lot, it was a brilliant end to the season when you looked at it. And you know what? Fair play to the rest of the league, because normally it's either the title's still up in the air, or relegation's up in the air, but everything was up for grabs today. Top 4, Europa League spots, relegation, the title, everything was up for grabs. So it was brilliant to look at it. But yeah, Leeds up, Burnley down. We finally
there's a bit of sunshine on the horizon, isn't there?
Well, we can finally stop playing the in betweeners clip for all of our streams. But yeah, good to see. But yeah, that's a bit lucky from Leeds and got up with the skin in their teeth. But fair play to them, and unlucky to Burnley as well.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Commiserations to me, mate, Dan. Obviously, a massive Burnley fan as well. We'll be speaking to them next season anyway, even though we're not in the league. But I think pretty sure they've got 80-odd million, which is mad. The parachute payments, but the job for Burnley now is that they react. And the managers, John, obviously, we'll speak about, obviously, the job in which the American, his name's completely gone on my head, but the Leeds manager, he's done an absolutely tremendous job, hasn't he? Because this could have massively backfired, but it hasn't.
Excellent job. I did not see Leeds staying up. I didn't. I thought they were guaranteed to go down. But thank God we're rid of Burnley.
Yeah,
I hate playing them. They do my boxing. I'm glad to see them go down.
Yeah, just chat. If you've watched a bit of the Championship, is there not another Burnley coming up? I don't know. Forest are quite attacking. They bloody nearly won us against in the FA Cup, didn't they? Christ. They nearly beat us. They would have took their opportunities. We chat as well. A lot of positives burning down. Liverpool missing out, but we're in the Champions League as well. And Tottenham as well. Let's get to everyone's comments as well. Keep on getting them in as well. Absolutely gutted, Jack. Thanks for streaming. No, thank you, Jose. And thank you to Connor. Thank you to John. And thank you to everyone that has been on the channel this season. It's going to be a massive season next year. Hopefully, I will do a lot more collaborations and need to be a bit more cheeky and ask a load of people on. Stop being shy. Try and get a load more people on. But thank you to every single one of you for continuing to support the channel. And obviously, I will be live streaming the final as well in the Champions League. And hopefully, we'll get a load of lads with me as well. So whatever does happen, we'll be overjoyed, hopefully, with every single one of us anyway. Probably all an absolute bloody mess as well if it goes to result. Hopefully we'll have to get up in the morning for the fade if it does happen. But yeah, thank you, Jose, and thank you to every single one of you. That's just continue to watch all the shows on repeat as well. You're absolute bloody legends. Yes, Eamon's potential hamstring injury, as I was saying at the top of the show, not looking good. But for me, if I was Thiago, I'd be trying to play through that. He's not been selected for Spain over the last couple of weeks and months. So for me, it depends how the Spanish FA approach that. But at the end of the day, he's a Liverpool player. For me, we've got 5 substitutions in Europe. You see how it is. Wrap it up, bandage it up, and be sure Thiago, Jurgen Klopp's not going to sit there and say to Thiago, "You're not playing." If Thiago feels he can play, he will play, mate. 100%. Even a 50% Thiago is still a world-class player anyway. But Ginny, the hunt for the free continues as well. I'm no fortune teller, but I knew Everton versus City decision would figure it out as well. Yeah, if you look across Liverpool's season as well, North as well, and it makes you can analyse every single game and for Liverpool, for City, for Tottenham, for all these top clubs and go, right, that was the turning point. But over the 38-game season, whoever wins the league season deserves it, don't they?
Again, it's this thing nowadays that you have to get above 90 points to just be in the contention for the league title, which is ridiculous in itself. But it just goes to show where both teams, both Liverpool and Manchester City, we're both fighting at the top level, and nobody on European, I know Real Madrid are in the Champions League final, but when you look at it on the face of it, no one in European football is doing what both teams do to take each other to that next level. And it's tremendous to see. If you're neutral, then yeah, it's tremendous. For us, of course, it's very frustrating, isn't it? Because now we've reached over 90 points 3 times and won 1 Premier League title out of it, which is ridiculous. But yeah, I like, and the one thing I will say to people as well, because I've seen plenty of people going, like ourselves saying that we're gutted and that, no other team has done what we've done this season, win both the cups, gone above 90 points and be in a Champions League final as well. there's so much positives to come out of this season. And, whether or not Thiago is fit or not for the Champions League final as well, Liverpool will be up for it. Just reading Klopp's comments about it saying, the boys are up for it for next week already now. So, they're going to go straight for the jugular next week. And I hope they do because, of course, we all hoping big years will come home for a 7th time.
Can Pep just retire? Just let Pep retire, please.
It's what it takes out of him, though, John, in chat. As Connors alluded to there, history will look back on the season for Liverpool and City and go, in the next 5, 10, 15-year period, we'll be looking at these league seasons for both teams and going, bloody hell. Both teams have etched their name in Premier League history over the last 5, 6 seasons. Yes, City won, but we've given it a goddamn go, haven't we? In relation to, it's not like we've rolled over, let our belly get tickled. And you can see from the emotion there, John, it'd be interesting to see Pep Guardiola hasn't publicly come out and said he'd sign that new Manchester City contract. But it's what he wants to do, really, isn't it?
I don't. Part of me thinks he leaves. But then part of me thinks because Klopp was saying he's going to sign, which really pissed me fucking off. But there's an argument to say this is the best Premier League era ever. This is better than Fergie and Wenger.
Yeah, I think we need another 5, 6 year period of this. Hopefully Liverpool win a lot more. But I tell you what, if we had another 5, 6 years of this madness, because it's not normal, as Connor said in chat, we sit there and go, titles are getting won by 1 point on 90 odd, 96. City won a league by 100 points one season as well, didn't they? Like, it's not normal. But at least we're in contention, boys and girls, aren't we? That we're in this position where we are going head to head and it's small margins. But I tell you what, boys, let us know, chat as well, what John said. For me, it'd be the best period in the Premier League history if it's another 5, 6, 7 years of this dominance from Liverpool and City. Because you could be looking at, like, in the next 5, 4, 6 years, Liverpool could win a couple more European trophies. But when you look at the league dominance from Man City, they might have won a couple of titles. But I tell you what, if we win like another 4 or 5 European Cups, we're absolutely buzzing. Don't be wrong, we won a league title. But hopefully we've won 1 or 2 by that time, and hopefully more. But I cannot wait already for next season. But got another European adventure on the horizon. Get to everyone's comments as well. Keep getting them in. Ginny saying exactly. Jack, heartbroken by hope if City go 2-0 up to phase, but the fact it's 3 goals in 6 minutes is hard to take. Yeah, done a little mini Istanbul, didn't he, Solzy? I tell you what, I've slagged off, and I think we all have. I've slagged off Mings all season, and he's literally put in a man on a match display at the Etihad on the last day of the season. His inner boyhood Liverpool shone throughout there. Each tried his best. Stevie was like, take Coutinho off and absolutely bottle it. Coutinho was doing so well when I don't know if he's had the game up or watching both games at the same time. As soon as Coutinho come off, it disrupted the whole momentum. What Coutinho was doing well, the in-game intelligence from him, he was getting fouled, he was taking free kicks, slowing the game down. Similar to when Crystal Palace played against City, you need those technical players just to keep hold of the ball. Because it was just, as soon as City got that first goal, you knew what was to come anyway. They were literally pinning Aston Villa in their box. But tell you what, I wouldn't say a bad word about Mings next season because he's done his job. And I tell you what, Olsen played quite well as well. And Callum Chambers turned into the English Maldini today at the Etihad. Shame what they conceded 3, but 90 points, win the league next season. My early prediction. Hopefully, we win the European Cup, Ginny and chat. History repeats itself, doesn't it? But what a tremendous season that we set up. Spurs, for me, they will be up there. Not with Liverpool, but I think they'll finish 3rd or possibly, but they've got a world-class manager, similar to Liverpool and Manchester City. Conte is not a manager that rolls over. He's experienced. And them getting European football is absolutely massive in terms of recruiting the players. There is biggest still to win, 100%. Ginny's gone with 7 there. Absolutely love it. Big up, Luca, as well. Commiserations to Arsenal as well. Massive loss, but I think similar with Arsenal. Spurs had the goals this season. If Arsenal had a Heung-min Son or Harry Kane in the team, they would have easily got that top 4 sealed and dealed. Really unlucky Liverpool. Yeah, not too bad, Luca, but we're back again and we'll go for another quadruple. My United neighbours let off fireworks, aimless. I'll tell you what you need to do, Eamons, is when we win next week, you need to set off fireworks and just knock on his house and go, unlucky son. Yeah, just have a bit of answer. That's right. Someone had to do it, Eamons, as well. As well, Gary, I can't draw any. Liverpool can't draw any games next season. 100 points will win the league. That's the point of it, Gary. We'll be aiming for 100 points, but the fact that you've even said that comment, like, you're spot on there, mate. But it's the levels to this game. We will not be shy in the transfer window this August. Not we have money, but we'll need to spend last time as well. We are get rid of the free, the rest. Let's hope their replacements are up to it. Kieran, if someone offered you 92 points next season, would you take it, Kieran? Thank you very much for your comment, mate. Depends how the season goes. City could win the league by 93, but it depends the circumstances. But it's the spot on there, mate. Thank you for getting your comment in, Kieran. Chat, let us know what, Kieran. But no, mate. Just because I don't know how many points City are on. That's cheating, like. But John, as well, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. We're playing to order heads. Going to wrap up here as well, mate. But sum up this season for you in the Premier League before we do shoot off for you.
Amazing. Just one word. Amazing.
Yeah.
This team is... If someone told me at the start of the season this was going to happen, I'd have bit your hand off.
Yeah. 100%.
You've been outstanding. People told us we wouldn't even get fourth.
Yeah, these pundits that are getting paid thousands of pounds. They'll say exactly the same things in like 2 months' time when the league season's about to commence. They'll probably have Liverpool finishing third or fourth or something stupid. Oh, City have signed Haaland, they'll win it by 20 points and all this nonsense. But, John, as you said, mate, what we spoke about Salah at the top of the show. Salah, what a player. Goals and assists leading as well. Alisson Becker. But, Con, I'll see both of you very soon as well, but sum up this season from your point of view, mate. As John said, we are so proud of our lads.
Yeah, that's the one word I'd use. Proud. Look, what was it? January, the 1st of January, we were 14 points away from Manchester City. Everyone thought the title race was done. It was just the fact of just securing second. And these boys have taken, 50 points from 54 since the start of the year, which is ridiculous. Absolutely tremendous to come back, the fight, the mentality monsters that we all know and love. And I'm proud of the boys. They've done everything possible that they could do. And look, congratulations to City. I don't think I've said that yet, but fair play to them. They've won the title. You don't get lucky in a league season. You deserve the title at the end, and fair play to them. But these boys will be back next year. We were in the same position 3 years ago, when we finished on 97 points, and we went one better the next year to 99. So I think the boys might do that again next year. Spoilers, but very proud of the boys.
Yeah, spot on there, chat as well. And this, I tell you, hopefully we're winning Paris, but this will spare them, as the lads have said. Our lads will be up for it next season, as Con said. The season after we won the Champions League, we went straight at it in the league. And this plays, if you want a bit of, not that they need bigging up, but today will hurt them a lot. It really hurt them. But that's through diversity comes strength, as Jurgen Klopp says. And this will only make them stronger into next season as well. What's for dinner? Cheers for your comment, mate. I've been supporting Liverpool for nearly 50 years. This has been the best season and the best team, most importantly. 100% there, mate. I've only been on this planet for 27 years, but as you said there, mate, we are witnessing the glory days of Liverpool Football Club as well. Special times, as you said there, mate. What a team. We've got, lads, 7 Heaven to come in Paris. Finger comes out, you'll never walk alone. I wouldn't go against us winning the quad next year. I wouldn't bet against us anyway. I tell you, the odds for that will be something. They won't be good considering how good Liverpool have been this season. I bet they've slashed it by a couple of thousand. I bet it was like something like stupid, like 6,000 at the beginning of the season. But the fact that we didn't come one game, like a point, 2 points away from winning the league, yeah, it'd be mad. It'd probably be like 1-2, something stupid. But Reds, Connor, shout out your channel, mate, and what you've got coming up on the channel.
So yeah, thanks for having us on. The Cup Council will be live about 8 o'clock, talking, of course, about today's events. But of course, you know, big week ahead. Of course, with the Reds in Paris next week. Of course,
just a bit.
We'll be in we'll be in Liverpool next week, of course, for the final. So if anyone is there, then please let us know. But yeah, thanks for having us on, and we'll go again next year, Reds, and we'll hopefully get number 20 next year.
Thank you very much, John, as well. We'll be seeing you next week, fella. I cannot wait. And Reds, wherever you are tonight, enjoy it. We'll be back next year. Don't be too down. This lads and this manager, we are immensely proud of every single one of them. And shout out to Divock Origi. All the best, Div. You will bang in the goals for Milan. What an absolute servant he has been for Liverpool Football Club. Big up Divock Origi. If you are new around here, smash that subscribe button down below. We've got a massive live stream on next week for the final. Hopefully we'll see you all there. If you don't get your notification, we will be live on the channel. But Reds, big yourself up. Big up this team. Big up Liverpool. And as Con said, congratulations to City. But both clubs will be back at it again next season. You never walk alone, Reds. And look after yourselves. Always get the hiccups at the wrong time. See you later.
Shut up and sit down.